Good morning, everyone. Yesterday I had a day off work. As usual, I try and plan a lot of things that I can do on my day off work, things that I want to get done and things I want to do. And I woke up at 10 a.m. I felt like I had slept in a lot longer than that, so I was quite happy when I woke up at 10 a.m. because it meant I still had a lot of time to get the things I wanted to do done. So I woke up and I had breakfast, and then I made my way towards B&Q, where I had to pick up a new Vice that I had bought so that I could do some odd jobs today on my motorcycle. If you click above, you'll see the videos for the Suzuki and what I'm trying to do with her. I'd spent quite a bit of time in traffic on that journey, so I had some lunch, and then I procrastinated by having an hour and a half's nap. I got back up, got dressed, and I went back down to the kitchen and I made a coffee. I then went outside to the backyard and prepared the bike to get started on the work. I know what I'm supposed to be doing on the bike, but the problem is I don't know what it takes until I begin the work. What I find myself often doing is chasing the problems by figuring out what to do, what tools I need to do them, and then having to figure out how to get the tool, where to get it from, what's the best deal, what should I be buying. Obviously is going to make that job that I'm doing at the time take a little bit longer, and it's quite frustrating not being able to move on quick enough with this bike project. So I packed the bike away and then I went into the shed, and the shed is a state because I've got so much junk in there that I can't actually see the wood for the trees, and I want to use that shed to be able to do more work, more projects, more things, but basically couldn't move in it. Filthy, flies, dead insects, the whole lot. So I spent the next 45 minutes cleaning it, and I've actually got it to a point where you can now walk in it, but the work areas are still cluttered because I just need to find places to store things so they're not stacked up on one another. And again, it just takes time, and it's annoying not being able to go to where you want to be in terms of your to-do list and your workload. Anyway, I ended up finishing at around 6 p.m. I took the dog out for a walk. When I got home, I kind of had this feeling of being in a waiting room. I'd felt like it's too late to start any private projects now. I don't have the means to do anything I currently want to do in terms of editing. I was hungry, but I didn't know what to eat. I was waiting for Serena in case she wanted to get some food. I basically started to become quite low, quite depressed. And I don't want to use that word lightly, but I've gone through low times before that have been prolonged and extended periods of feeling this way. So depression is the right term to use. And last night, I felt this. I felt it in a way that for the longest time, I haven't felt like this. And that's what made me realize I was actually feeling a moment of depression. Serena came home. I asked her how her day was. She said fine and asked me how mine was. And I said to her there and then, I felt depressed. And there was a moment where I didn't have any energy to say otherwise. She asked me why, and I said, I don't know. I just feel low. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know why it is, because everything's been going so well for me lately. With all the positive things that have been going on, I feel like there have been changes which I've had to adjust to, which maybe have just caught up on me. For instance, the days off work I have now are more erratic, and I should say sporadic, because I find myself having a Tuesday off, for instance. To catch up on my Doyle days for the US tour this week, I'll have Friday off. But because of the football schedule, I'm going to find myself having to work a lot more weekends and therefore have a lot more days off during the week, which I'm not used to because I was solely a 9-to-5 Monday to Friday person before this. But now I'm going to have to take off my days as and when they're scheduled in to the rota of the new system, and I'm going to have to get used to that. But what it means is that I find when I have one day off, my body doesn't make a quick enough change into its new schedule. And because of that, I don't feel like I'm getting the things done on my days off I want to, and therefore I'm not happy about it. It's something I'm going to have to make the change to adjust to. But in the short term, it's created issues for me because I'm not happy with not getting the things done I want to do in my own time. And it wasn't a nice feeling last night. I kind of unwinded a bit towards the end and felt a little bit better. And I wouldn't say I feel as bad today as I did yesterday. Whilst I don't feel great, I'm still a little bit hungry. I've woke up, I haven't had anything to eat. I've just had a bottle of water and I've walked the dog, and now I'm going into work. I wouldn't say I feel as bad as I did yesterday, and hopefully, like I said earlier, it was just a moment of feeling low, and I'll get over it. What I've not done before is talk immediately about it to anyone, so I'm happy I said it to Serena, and I'm happy I'm saying it now on this video, because it's just allowing me to somehow get that point across of how I felt. It just helps me to talk about it this morning. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Hopefully it will. But good things are happening in my life, at work, and outside of it. And I'm looking forward to this weekend when 2 of my friends are coming to visit, and we'll have a good time together. We'll go out and about, and we'll get to enjoy ourselves, and I'll get to forget about work, and I'll get to do a few of the things that I had planned for a long time now. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm also looking forward to going into work this morning because we've got some good projects on the go. So like I said, good things are happening, but I just felt a low. I don't know why, it crept in. Okay, well, at work, and I enjoyed that ride in. It helped me to get that off my chest, how I was feeling yesterday. Who knows, maybe the key into dealing with things is to deal with them as soon as possible, rather than let them build up, as they say. So anyway, thanks for listening. Hope everyone has a great rest of the week, and hopefully I will be back on producing the content regularly. I'm looking forward to breakfast and a coffee. So 8:25, and let's get going. Boom.